guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pageantry, and for this episode, we will be talking about Ariba Rabiya and the bombs that her team set off yesterday. So please make sure you stick around. Please subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that bell notification button for your weekly pageant fix. Hey guys, I told you were going to see a lot of me this season. I am on several platforms now, but that's fine because for vloggers, for pageant enthusiasts, Miss Universe season is actually Christmas. So I will be having more live sesh with you, most likely this coming Sunday. But tonight, if I get to release this episode on time, you may want to catch me at Mars France IG. We will be doing an IG live sesh to talk about Miss Universe, of course. But before I go ahead and discuss this, please, let me just remind you to subscribe to this channel. If you want a full coverage of Miss Universe, of course, you can follow us on Titas of Pageantry. If you want to see more of these two, because they're again here, I feel like I'm invading their space. Of course, you may check us out on I'm Lilith1521. That's my personal page on Instagram. If you wish to send in your love, I have my PayPal as well as GCASH details listed in the description box. So you may want to go ahead and explore those channels. But if you want to get first dibs, if you want to get early releases of materials from me, I am also on Patreon, so you might want to consider becoming a patron. Again, all of the details are listed in the description box. So I decided to talk about the importance of photo shoots because a lot of you have been asking me if photo shoots have any bearing at all in the competition. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm sure you've also heard this from the other beauty queens, that photo shoots do not have a separate criteria in judging. The reason for these photo shoots is to make us happy and to have some sort of a souvenir for the girl and to complete a portfolio for the creatives who worked behind the photo shoot. Now, photo shoots, of course, aren't just that shallow. I'm saying that when it comes to photo shoots, it's actually a visual representation not only of the candidate's progress, but the progress of her team. Now, it is also a way to convince the viewing public, which are the pageant fans, that you are marketable as well as versatile. And it is also a way to test the creativity of the team members involved. Now, a lot of the team members involved have worked in fashion, they are professionals themselves, but they still have to continue challenging themselves as well as pushing themselves because pageantry is evolving as well. Right now, we're heading towards pageantry in a more fashionable direction. That's why you have the likes of Amanda Obdam, who brought along so many designers and so many luxury items to showcase because that's their branding, that's her brand. Now in the Philippines, we do it a little differently. I think this was an effect of what Catriona opened for us, a recognition as well as an opportunity for the local designers and for our traditions as well as our practices to be showcased around the world. And I really like this direction because it challenges our creatives to do or make garments and pieces that aren't just culturally relevant but very contemporary and modern. So this is exactly what Rabiya's team have been doing. Now, there have been hits and misses. I'm not gonna lie about that. Even the styling team has acknowledged this. But the styling team, through a statement by Reyna Filipinas, one of Rabiya's head stylists at Miss Universe Philippines, did send out this comment on our page, which I'm also sure was a comment that was seen on the other pages as well. So I'm gonna flash that for you. It's basically acknowledging that not everything that they will prepare for us will be perfect. It will be open for critique, but to just trust the process and trust the wardrobe that they've put together for our very own Rabiya Mateo. Well, obviously, when you have a candidate who has so many photo shoots, it means that the organization, the team, or the camp, they have deeper pockets, they have more resources. Now, we could have done the same way here in the Philippines, but because of our situation, because of the pandemic, we couldn't be as mobile as the other girls. So I think it was a really, really good decision for Rabiya's team to release these materials accordingly, and it seems like they're following a schedule. Now, if you look at it, Rabiya doesn't have as many photo shoots as Samantha Bernardo or maybe Catriona Gray, even Gazzini, but that doesn't matter because the way they spaced the release of the photo shoots just meant that she isn't overexposed, and that a lot of pageant fans, especially Filipino pageant fans, are excited, whether it's a hit for that particular photo shoot or a miss. It just means that we want to see more of Rabiya, we want to see more of her progress, because we've seen the physical transformation, we've seen the transformation in the way she carries herself, and the most apparent transformation is the way that she projects herself on camera and the way that she participates in a lot of these interviews. Now, Rabiya, because of her styling, because of her skills, and because of the training program of the Philippines, whether we've had some differences in the past, it just means that Rabiya is in fighting form. Now, if you listen to a lot of her interviews, she gives out hints that on a daily basis, she would practice her hair and makeup on a daily basis. She would practice her pasarela. She has a more dedicated training program when it comes to Q&A. So even, I mentioned this before, even foreign vloggers, established as well as new ones, are recognizing this. Now, whether they're doing this just to gain more subscribers, more views, and more money, I don't know. I'm just saying that they are recognizing the merits of what Rabiya has been doing, and it's really helping her that they establish her comm skills first and foremost before they did all of these crazy trial and error with her styling. So what happened yesterday was pretty typical. There were a number of materials on Rabiya relating to her send-off. So she was in a really pretty dress. They had a full table of food. They had some guests for her send-off. So it was really very simple, but it was very warm nevertheless. But sometime in the afternoon, they released one of the first bombs for Rabiya, and it was a photo shoot that was just totally different from how we know Rabiya. This is a photo shoot that was just a lot sexier and fiercer. So this was the black swimsuit spread that was shot by Jerick Sanchez. Now, in this photo shoot, Rabiya looks fierce. She's in a black swimsuit by Ella Swimwear and a really edgy deconstructed jacket by Nerick Beltran. Now, what I like about this photo shoot is that it showed a very different Rabiya, so that's points for versatility, and it showed that she has matured. So that's another point for those people who kept on saying she still looks like a teenager. Well, she doesn't anymore, but she still maintains that youthful glow. So I also like that they didn't do a lot with her baby hairs. Now, Rabiya is known to have those crazy, cute baby hairs that sometimes it might be nice to have it neater, but in this case, I like that it was showcased in its full glory, and I like how she was able to project herself in the camera because she really used her facial expressions this time. Now, while everyone was busy admiring the black swimsuit photo shoot with all that Bond fierceness, here comes another from the team. This time around, it was a photo shoot that was organized by Seven Barretto. Now, this photo shoot is a nod to Rabiya's Indian roots. Now, some time ago when Rabiya was still a candidate for Miss Universe Philippines, she had a similar shoot, but it was more of an Indian costume type of shoot rather than a fashion shoot. So this time around, it seemed to have been taken from the Mega Magazine spread. I've seen some photos, but not HD yet, so I'm just really waiting for them to release the actual article with Rabiya, either as a feature or as a cover girl. So this photo shoot, I feel, made a lot of people happy because people have, or the pageant fans, they have like a color palette wish for Rabiya. Some people want to, for Rabiya to wear yellow. Others want her to wear emerald green, while there are others who feel like she should explore more of her Indian roots, so more jewel tones. So they were really happy when Rabiya came out in a burnt orange gown by Carl Arcusa and a bejeweled bra top by Louis Pangilinan. Now, what I really, really like about this photo shoot is that it's as fierce as the first one, but this time around, it's more theatrical. You have all the Princess Jasmine feels. I feel like I'm looking at a spread by Nadine Lustre or maybe Ariana Grande. So this is really very editorial. What I'm really excited about was just part 1 of Following Rabiya. Now, this is a mini series that Miss Universe Philippines produced, and this documents Rabiya's time here in the Philippines as well as her time in the US. So this mostly documents her prep work, her events, as well as her styling for Miss Universe. And I really like this 4-minute video because it really showed some of the behind the scenes footages of photo shoots that have yet to be released. Now, I was really excited for this because whenever you would ask me if there are more materials to come, this is exactly the photo shoot that I hinted for you. I saw some footages of these photo shoots a couple of weeks earlier, so I do know that you guys will have more materials to wait for. Now, I really like this because for the first time, they did not see Rabiya as someone who is well spoken, not just someone who is skilled, not just someone who's intelligent, but someone who is fun and bubbly and sexy and has all the qualities of a Victoria's Secret angel. And I really like the photo shoot itself because since I have some materials with me that I have been saving in my phone, I feel like now might be a good time to share them to the public because they released it. And I like the styling. I think of all of her styling, whether it's, you know, for a real event or for photo shoots, I feel like they just did the right mix this time. She was at her prettiest at the Victoria's Secret inspired photo shoot. She was effervescent. Her hair was perfect. Her makeup was perfect. And the way that she projected on camera was really perfect. So I really cannot wait for us to see the HD photos of that. Another photo that was circulating around, these are actually just screen caps that a lot of the pageant admins have process to make it appear more HD, but this time around she had that immaculate hairstyle. She was wearing a crown. I'm just not sure if that's her actual crown or a replica, but it doesn't matter. It looks amazing on her, and she was wearing a bejeweled gown by a favorite of mine, Rian Fernandez. So these photo releases, these bring us joy. Personally, this brought me joy because if we are a little concerned with where Rabiya is in the competition in terms of her physical packaging, we don't have to worry anymore. I feel that her last 4 or last 3 looks have been hits. They have been very modest. They're classy. They're not garish. It's not screaming. So I feel like they are in the right direction. But Miss Universe season, or you know, the actual pre-pageant activities will kickstart in a few days. So I am actually waiting for more of an edgier styling on Rabiya, maybe, or perhaps we can see more skin this time because they've been very modest in the way they've been presenting Rabiya. So I don't know. I am hoping to see a little bit of cutout, a little bit of a back detail, maybe some slit here and there. So yeah, I am ready for Miami, Florida, and I hope that you are too. So I will end it this time. I am just so happy for the pageant fans to finally have more access to Rabiya's materials and to finally have a bit of peace of mind when it comes to equal footing. Because again, Rabiya has already established that face. She has already established her stance. She has already established an intimidating team behind her. She has established that not only can she speak well, but that her statements have gravitas. So by the looks of it, if we are a bit shy in claiming that we have an actual shot at the 5th crown, it shouldn't matter this time. We shouldn't even be thinking about whether we just won in 2018, that it might not be a good business decision for MUO to give another crown to a Filipina. We should be attacking this competition as if we have been starved for more than 40 years of a crown. So Rabiya is doing her best. I did a post on Titas of Pageantry that I feel that when it comes to Rabiya, with her limited resources in the past, and I don't want you to conveniently forget about what happened in the past when the organization organization wasn't moving at all for her, when she was so down with how people perceived her, when she got herself into trouble with some of these vloggers interviewing her left and right and twisting her words and her statements with her political stance. I don't want you to completely and conveniently forget that, only because these are actually the things that are making Rabiya the strongest candidate that I've seen in the competition this far. And this is a big statement coming from me because I have observed these girls very early on, even before they became either a dark horse or a front runner. And I'm just saying that as of now, along with maybe the likes of Peru, the likes of India, Rabiya is the full package. So she is not going to finish this fight without even trying. So even with the strong sash, like what I said in my IG stories post, hindi isusuko ni Rabiya ang bataan na ganun-ganun lang. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see more of you soon. Bye!